California dreaming about you.
Kurt Busch well back in third. Hamlin fourth. Carl Edwards is up to fifth. Kyle Busch has faded to sixth. Earnhardt seventh. Mark Martin, Logano, McMurray the top 10.
Even getting past, you don't think they've ramped it up? Henson just ran his fastest lap a lap ago.
Larry, what a great accomplishment for Tony Stewart, this team, that organization. Who would have thunk it?
After self-inflicting a penalty on his pit stop, Tony Stewart makes $1 million.
Tony Stewart down the front stretch, white flag, last lap. This will be the last lap of the race.
Now you want to run this lap so hard you can't see straight, but you still got to save. You still got to save a little bit.
He's still got a pretty good cushion, I think, once it gets to 2.
Johnson to second.
Johnson to second here.
2.5 seconds behind.
Can't take the racer out of Carl, though.
These guys are not saving fuel right now.
No, they're not saving fuel. Carl drove right back up under him. That's
you and him is 6 back to anything else.
That's for second. If Stewart runs out, that would be for the win.
Clear.
Tony in turn 2.
Boy, they're barreling down on him now.
It's a long way from turn 3 to the start-finish line, though. Look at him looking.
Tony Stewart out of the final turn. Made the big move in the offseason.
Here he comes.
To go over to Haas Racing,
he's got
take over part of the ownership, and Tony Stewart's going to take that team to victory lane.
48's out of gas. See him on the inside there. Listen to the crowd, man.
He ran out of turn 2.
And now the question is, Tony's got no help because these guys are running too wide behind him. Right. So now it's man on man right now.
I don't think it's gonna get wider here in a minute, I believe.
Here comes Johnson in behind Stewart. Is it enough? Hamlin's high side up there by himself in the 11. First lap led all night by Kyle Busch, and it's the money lap, and it might be all it takes. Now, what does Johnson do to help Stewart?
Doesn't matter. Kyle Busch is going to hog all the racetrack, or he should. He's mirror driving right now.
Tony Stewart trying to get to the bottom.
He may get turned for mirror driving, but he's going to be mirror driving.
Stewart's trying to squeeze in there.
See that
He's shoving to the bottom.
He just wanted to touch him, man. Just wanted to touch him.
Can't get him to the high side. Here he comes.
There
he
turns
goes.
him. He turns him.
Busch in the wall. Here comes Stewart to the checkered flag. And another car gets in the backside. It's Casey Kane. And they're scattering everywhere as they come to the line.
Some of these guys hit hard, man.
And one of them was Kyle Busch.
They're still hitting hard.
A last lap pass here for the victory. And if it's going to happen, it needs to happen right now. White flag for Tony Stewart, and there's the interval back between Stewart and Ambrose.
Well, it's all about the fuel now. There's not going to be a pass unless something happens as far as the fuel goes. Okay. It's gut check time right now. Now you got to think even both of them are thinking about saving. Just try to feather-foot it up through here because the only thing that's going to lose it for him is running out of fuel. Yeah, but if you're the 47, you don't want to lose contact with him in case that happens coming out of the last corner. Yeah. You want to be able to have that opportunity.
The top 6 cars are very, very close on fuel. Got to be wondering if they can make it another half a lap. Tony Stewart trying to make it and win the race. Marcus Ambrose trying to make it and finish second, or maybe hope Tony Stewart doesn't.
Looks like they're going to make it. This is going to be the critical corner here.
The one car, Martin Truex, we are told, slowing over in the back of the course. He may be out of fuel.
Great run by Tony Stewart today, though. Showed why he's so good.
Coming out of turn 11, it will be official. Tony Stewart wins at Watkins Glen. Marcus Ambrose, best career finish in second spot. Stewart finally gets a top 10 last week at Dover, Delaware, but has not had a top 5 since his win at Watkins Glen. Now Tony is 1 lap away from getting his 4th win of the year. That's the margin, 0.6 of a second. Tony Stewart trying to hold off Jeff Gordon. 2 turns away for Tony Stewart, the 38-year-old 2-time champion, coming out of turn 4. And Tony Stewart will win it at Kansas Speedway.
Green flag.
Like all these people that were standing up down there.
Boy, Jimmy Johnson taking it 3 wide down into turn 1.
He's got to, Larry. He's got to go.
Allmendinger has to give. Montoya shoves it off the corner.
But Ryan Newman in the 39 car, he gets the lead off turn 2. White flag when they get back around.
That's all they got to do is take this white flag. They can make it through this turn, get to the line.
3 wide in turn 3, 1 car way up high. They're gonna make it. And the leader at the white flag is Newman.
White flag, nice and smooth.
Hello, Newman.
3 wide deep in the pack. Next flag, that's the race.
Gordon got a pretty decent run getting into turn 1. Didn't get off turn 2 quite as good. Half a lap to go.
Clear by 3, nice and smooth at 3.
Ryan Newman looking for his first checkered flag since the 2008 Daytona 500. Jeff Gordon coming. Gordon mounts a charge, looks to the inside, slides up off the corner. Hello, Newman!
It's Newman at the line.
Yes, sir, baby!
All right.
Another guy that's got
White
a
flag this time.
big night. Carl Edwards coming home in second if he stays right there. And Jimmy Johnson looks like the Jimmy Johnson of old, guys.
Yeah, and he's been running some of the fastest, if they've been the fastest car the last 5 or 6 laps. So they have really got their program going in the right direction at the right time.
For Tony Stewart, his last win was Kansas back in October of 2009. It's been 31 starts since he has tasted the champagne in victory lane. But here he comes.
Ring the bell, baby. Woo! Nice job, baby. Good job, guys.
His 38th win with Carl Edwards second.
There's your white flag.
White flag is out. Tony Stewart looking to pick up another win and make a statement that he's going to be a contender. And Clint Boyer underneath the 48. Coming out of turn number 2. Can Boyer clear him? Boyer's got second. Now Jimmy goes to the high side. Boyer comes down, opens the door. Johnson's got to run. Jimmy's going to have the momentum right here. Coming out of turn number 4. For the first time in his career, Tony Stewart is going to win here at Auto Club Speedway. The battle's going to be for second. Stewart takes the checkered flag. Who gets second?
Working his way through that traffic, because I'm telling you, he caught that traffic in the worst place he could have caught it, and he really didn't lose anything to Tony. He was patient and worked it, and he made Tony work it the same way in the corners, not down the straightaway.
Last win for Ryan Newman on the flat mile in Phoenix. It came last April, and it was an emotional win for him, helping Tony Stewart to victory lane at Stewart-Haas. The 42 of Juan Pablo Montoya out of gas as the white flag goes in the air. Ryan Newman going to try and hold it together for one more circuit. I'm nervous up here just watching him trying to hang on.
Yeah, you know, you hate to see somebody run like this, and we've seen it so many times over this year and last year. Somebody lead this long in the race and then run out of gas right here as they go to the gas in the middle of the corner.
Ryan Newman has had the dominant car statistically. Off at turn 4, checkered flag goes in the air. 15th career win for Ryan Newman, and right behind him, his teammate. 1-2 finish for Stewart-Haas.
Is somebody going to run out and lose a chunk of points? Will the lead change hands in the final lap, or can Stewart begin his championship with a breakthrough win? There are cars on the apron running out of fuel as Stewart takes the white flag. It was Kyle Busch, Andy referenced a second ago, on the apron out of fuel. Half a lap to go. Now Gordon's out of fuel.
All clear, keep coming.
You'll see Gordon there. Matt Kenseth, Jimmy Johnson, all slowing out of gas. Tony Stewart, the fuel holds up. Tony Stewart opens the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup with his first win of the season. There are cars running out of gas everywhere around this racetrack.
Boyer is questioning whether he's running out of fuel. Here comes Stewart.
Yeah, there it is. He's out.
Stewart to the lead. 2 laps to go. Now, does Tony have enough fuel? It was this race a year ago. Stewart led coming off turn 4 to the white flag. And he ran out of gas. Is it going to be different this time?
He's got a big lead. He can sit on that. He doesn't have to run very hard.
White flag is up this time. 1 lap to go.
It's like Brad Keselowski took second away from Greg Biffle.
Final lap in New Hampshire. Watching Tony Stewart to see if he's got enough fuel to make it. The advantage he has, he's up 7 seconds on Keselowski now as other people begin to fade.
Take a deep breath, I got this.
Sounds like he's got plenty of fuel.
So if he was stalking him, he knew just what he was doing. 2 wins in a row to start the chase.
Way to go.
Tony Stewart wins at New Hampshire.
Stewart trying to get around Jimmy Johnson.
He's got him cleared off 4.
To the lead, Tony Stewart, 2 laps to go. Do they get to the white flag without another yellow? Can Johnson get the Stewart's back bumper? Here they come.
Joey Logano into the wall.
Far in the wall, turn 3.
White flag's out, though.
Logano still driving around. We are on the last lap. Stewart, Johnson, Gordon. Will there be a bump and run? He's going to try it. Johnson gets there, but not enough. Tony Stewart wins at Martinsville.
As he comes off of turn number 4, 1 lap away from victory.
White flag here, white flag. Bring it home.
Stewart started this championship with a win at Chicagoland, backed it up the next week with a win at New Hampshire, then had the terrible race at Dover where he finished 25th. Not all that impressive at Kansas, 15th, but then 8th at Charlotte, 7th at Talladega, the winner at Martinsville last week, and a dominator today. He'll gain ground, not a ton, as Carl Edwards is going to finish second. But with his 4th win in 8 tries in his bid for the championship, Tony Stewart takes the checkered flag at Texas. Carl Edwards finishes second, and the championship goes on to its final 2 races with the top 2.
White flag here, white flag. Bring it home.
Final lap. Stewart and Edwards, 1st and 2nd. Winner takes the championship.
It's just the most incredible run I've ever seen out of a race car driver, what Tony Stewart has done in this chase and tonight.
Yeah, I think it's the best driving I've ever seen, and Carl Edwards did an incredible job too, but this is the man right here, Tony Stewart.
2002, he was the champion. 2005, he was the champion, those driving for someone else. This time, he's an owner driver, and he's going to become a 3-time NASCAR Sprint Cup champion. Tony Stewart wins it.
So we got it. We got it. We got the tiebreaker, baby. Awesome job.
Can they make it the distance?
Burton slices top to bottom, passes 3 cars, and lines up 3rd for this final lap.
Tony Stewart sitting out there right now. That is not a good place to be. He's a setting duck. They're going to come by him like he put on the brakes.
Yeah, watch the run these drivers get that are lined up. Here comes Dale Earnhardt Jr. right there in the 88. Watch Burton.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, hard in the wall. And she's all right after a hard crash, and the caution flag is out.
The race is over. That's Tony Stewart will win the race. God, we got that camera in there with Danica and see she's fine.
Checkered flag. Tony Stewart leads Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Marcus Ambrose across the line.
Tony's car's just a little bit better. It's just good enough. You're not going to pass him.
White flag. Jimmy Johnson won here on a last lap pass in 2006, but he trailed Stewart by 3 car lengths out of 2.
Yeah, that 14 is just too strong up off the bottom of the corner. Jimmy tried everything he could, but 14 is just stout.
Turn 4, final time. Johnson arcs high, brings it down low. The defending Sprint Cup champion Tony Stewart makes it a smoke show in Vegas.
He makes the chase barely, wins 5 races, wins a championship, and look, he's picked up right where he left off the end of last year.
And I have inquired across the board, team members, other competitors, what do you think made the difference? And every one of them, to a man, said, weather here, boys.
Raindrops in turn number 3 put us under caution for the very first time today. Here's Jimmy Johnson. Let's see what we see on the lens of the Lowe's onboard camera.
129 laps, and Tony Stewart is your winner, his second victory this year. Dick Berggren is standing by. It's damp, but it's a legitimate victorious celebration.
It's a drag race into one.
Allmendinger got a good bite off the corner, side by side, door handle to door handle.
He's hanging. He's hanging on that outside. Newman's going to have to run him up the hill a little bit. Side by side, coming to get the white.
And hello, Newman. But Allmendinger's going to have one more shot at him. White flag in the air. Next flag ends the race.
Do the cross. Get behind him. It's crossover.
I guarantee you Allmendinger will drive it down in there this time in the turn 3.
Yeah, he's letting him go, Larry. He's gotten away from him.
Junior third. It's a drag race for fourth. And Ryan Newman wins the Goody's Fast Release 500.
That was my pick. I mean, all along, I thought surely Newman would win.
Coming down through the tri-oval. Once we get the white flag, the next flag will end it, whether it's the caution or the checker. Side by side with a lap to go at Daytona.
And these guys are going to run. They're going to be leaning on each other going down the backstretch.
Oh my God!
We got somebody sideways. Wow, Burton did an unbelievable job saving that race car.
Amazing save by Jeff Burton.
Now we got the 14 out there all by himself, but he got a big push to get away from those guys.
Tony Stewart pulling down in front of Matt Kenseth. And Kane with a little charge in the outside lane.
That's the break that Tony needed right there.
This is going to be. They're
stacking up. They're stacking up.
Through turns 3 and 4
here we go.
the final time. Big crash behind the race leader, Tony Stewart. That's going to allow smoke to pull away. What's going to happen behind him? Can Burton get there? No, he can't. Tony Stewart wins it at Daytona.
2 laps to go.
That's 2 of the best open wheel drivers I've ever seen. And they're going at it here at the Magic Mile.
Don't forget Jeff Gordon cuts his teeth in open wheel race cars, and he is right up to the back bumper of Montoya.
Yeah, Montoya really got loose off 2 that time.
Yeah, he got a great run, and he's going to pull to the bottom. They'll be coming to the white flag this time.
1 lap to go in a thriller at Dover, Delaware.
Montoya did. He drove that thing up all 4, even though it was sideways. And don't look now, that 18 car slipping in the picture might get around Jeff Gordon if he's not careful.
Tony Stewart will come up on Timmy Hill in the back straightaway, looking for his 48th career win. Hill stays high, and the driver who started the weekend saying this is our worst track is going to victory lane in Dover. Tony Stewart wins the FedEx 400, benefiting Autism Speed.
1 more lap to victory lane for Ryan Newman.
White flag, clear out the back.
If he can make it back around, it'll be a hugely popular win with the local Indiana fans. 3 more corners to go. A race-long duel between Newman and Jimmy Johnson.
I hope you're standing tall right now.
What a drive.
What a drive, yeah. Special time.
Great there you are, Wade.
Yes, fantastic. Great job putting him in this position.
Coming to the checker flag right here, man. Thank you, guys. This is amazing. Amazing weekend.
Ryan Newman wins the Brickyard 400.
He makes it up getting in the corner down to the middle, then pays the price on the exit.
It sure looks that way off turn 4 particularly. He drives into 3, gets in there nice, but he can't make it stick.
2 laps to go.
I can't tell you what a thrill it is to drive a car like that 4 car today. As a driver, it's everything you can ask for. The pit crew has done their job. The car has been flawless. It's running to perfection. White flag in the air. 1 more lap for Kevin Harvick in the 4 car.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. still half a second back, giving it his all. Brad Keselowski 1.2, Logano 1.6, Jeff Gordon 2.7, then Jimmy Johnson, then side by side, Edwards and Newman. Off turn 4, win 24, Kevin Harvick.
Stremme up high and out of the way. Not a factor, thank goodness.
Busch and Johnson now 2.5 car lengths apart, but still not free of race traffic.
No, but everybody's doing a great job of getting out of their way. They see Kurt coming, they're giving him the room.
White flag in the air for Kurt Busch. Jimmy is 2 car lengths back.
How many races is this? 6. How many winners is this?
It's going to be 6, it looks like.
Back straightaway, final time. Cole Witt ahead. Michael Annett, Jamie McMurray. Johnson is to the back bumper of Kurt Busch, but they power off turn number 4, and the Outlaw wins the battle. White flag this time.
Here he comes.
Harvick on the outside. Junior had to lift.
Junior
Harvick
had to
to
give
the
it to
lead.
him. Had to
White
give it.
flag. The next flag ends the race.
Those 4 tires, they were magic.
But Harvick has run the bottom in 3 and 4 the entire race, made the pass up against the wall.
Junior just couldn't do anything with him there. He was too strong with those 4 tires against his 2.
Fourth turn, final time. Kevin Harvick from the pole to victory lane. Win number 25 for Kevin Harvick.
Yeah, baby. Good job, bud.
We're in the last lap. Larson rim riding around trying to gain all the spots he can. Do they all make it back through the final 2 corners? Checkered flag and a pass through to round 3 of the chase. Kevin Harvick wins. The white flag is up. Kevin Harvick has started the last lap of the race.
Ryan Newman's trying the high side to see if he can get a big run here on this 42 car.
Harvick, Gordon, Kenseth, Keselowski, the top 4. Hamlin and Logano, 5th and 6th. Ryan Newman looking to find a way through it. Doesn't look like it's going to work. Win, and he's in to compete for a championship. Checkered flag. 1 lap left to go in the season. We're on the last lap.
1 more now, 1 more.
If the caution comes out now, the race is over. Newman trying to stay with Harvick, trying to find a way around him. 2 more corners to go to a championship for Kevin Harvick. He's going to do it. He's going to win the race and the NASCAR Sprint Cup Championship. California's Kevin Harvick does it.
White flag for Kevin Harvick. He's led 141 laps. That's triple what any other driver has led today. Came in here a 4.5 to 1 shot. Short odds, but a pretty dominating performance. Win number 29 at the checkered flag, Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick out in front of Jamie McMurray by 1.2 seconds.
Just a minute.
And here's great news for Kevin Harvick, and here's even better news for Kevin Harvick. When we come back here in the fall, this could be the race that gets him back in the chase again.
Harvick is the opener and the closer, winning at Phoenix from the pole.
Now he's holding his breath. Can we just let us get back to the start finish line one more time?
Let me see that white flag
Get
waving.
that white flag in the air, and I'm in the last lap. You can do what you want to. What an awesome day for that team.
Clear track ahead is
White flag right here. White flag. One more good one.
Kurt Busch leads his 290th lap of this race. Kevin Harvick within 1 second. Cuts it down to 9/10 in the back straightaway. Traffic too far ahead to be a factor. And for Stewart-Haas, Kurt Busch has his 26th Sprint Cup win. Now, none of the top 15 have any fuel worries. Danica Patrick in 16th was in at lap 97
Little piece
37 laps ago.
On the 41 grill here again, see that, but he's leading the race right now. He'd be hard. He might be able to get behind Kyle Larson, who is just ahead of him, and maybe get that trash off the grill. It's not a great big piece, but boy, these grills are so tight. It doesn't take much.
Mike, once Harvick settled down, the thing that he told the team the most was that he had a vibration. There's a caution out.
Turn 4.
Lap 136.
Lap 139 of a scheduled 200 laps here. Kurt Busch, his second win of the season as he edges out Dale Earnhardt Jr. and the gambling Kyle Larson and company. And worth pointing out that the Richmond rain we had, remember, moved from a Saturday night race to a Sunday race. Kurt Busch won that earlier this year.
White flag is out. One more time around for Kevin Harvick. The tiebreaker between the 88 and the 1 is finished position. They're tied right now for 12. Down the backstretch, Kevin Harvick just has to get through 3 and 4 if he wants to advance to round number 2. Kevin Harvick is going to win at Dover.
Harvick, nice restart. 3 wide, Kyle Busch to the bottom. And they're going to make it off turn 2. Harvick the leader. The race will be official at the caution or the checker.
And this is where I'm seeing Kevin Harvick be so good. You see that launch that he got through 1 and 2. Carl Edwards is going to give him a run for his money. There's 2 tires.
It's going to be hard for him to hold Carl Edwards off.
Austin Dillon dropping way back. Won't be a factor.
If Harvick can hold him off, I tell you, he's Superman. That's all I can say.
Well, he held him off right there through 1 and 2, but can he do it in 3 and 4?
3 wide, turn 2. Everybody gets through. Next flag ends the race. There's never been a last lap pass at Phoenix.
Here comes
Carl.
He's under him.
He's going to move him up the racetrack.
He's got him up the hill. Here he comes.
Wow, look at him slam.
It's going to be.
Whoa.
Too close to call.
I can't call that one.
Did you see them hitting one another?
I think Harvick got it by a fraction of an inch.
1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
If you run out now, Mike, you can't make it back. You can't coast all the way around this racetrack.
We don't know if he's out of gas because we can't hear the engine.
It's up onto the back straightaway.
I tell you, if he does make it, it's masterful bit of teamwork.
He have to take a lot of credit for making it.
Absolutely.
He really would.
Yeah, what did he say the other day in the pre-race? He's A-. They've been performing well, but not getting the final results. If he makes it through this last corner, it's an A+.
I think he's going to make it.
Keselowski looks high on Earnhardt. For second place, Kurt Busch rounds off the corner.
He made it.
He can make it from here. Kurt Busch wins at Pocono, his 28th Sprint Cup win. The white flag waves, 1 to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
This is the closest Hamlin's been in a few laps.
I tell you, I think Hamlin's he's going to pounce. If he's got anything, Tony better not do what he did in the 7 this time or he's in trouble.
Trying to dive you down here.
They're working him.
Not close enough.
Nope. Tony's right where he needs to be, man.
See if he can make a gain. It's all about getting off of this corner. He gets in there. Oh, he missed it a little bit.
Clear by 2. Clear by 2. Be ready for the dive.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's wheel hopping. He's going to hit him.
Hamlin is there.
He hit him.
Hey, got him. Oh, no. No.
It's not over.
Get him back.
Denny got in there and wheel hopped. I don't think he meant for that to happen, but then he made contact with Tony. I think Tony was also pretty loose getting in there.
Well, that was what happened to Tony lap before, you know, when he got loose into 7 and that allowed Hamlin to close up.
Hey, this thing's not over, guys. Watch what happens into turn 11 in this heavy braking zone.
2 more corners. Hamlin trying to pull away.
Close enough.
I think Tony used up his stuff. I mean, we knew he was having, you know, issues
here we go.
With the car.
Stewart inside. He is there. He gets Hamlin. They hit. And Stewart comes off turn 11. And he's coming to the flag.
How did that
Tony
happen?
Stewart wins.
How did that happen? Are you kidding me?
Oh, my goodness.
All right, man. How does that feel?
The gap between Harvick and Stenhouse Jr. still about 1.8 seconds.
Harvick just trying to get through this last lap. White flag in the air. One more time around.
Right with you.
Kevin Harvick down the backstretch for the final time. Through 3 and 4. Harvick's going to win at the last great Coliseum. Harvick wins at Bristol.
2 more.
Kevin Harvick, 2014 champion. Their first year together with Rodney Childers at Stewart-Haas Racing. They go on and do the unthinkable, win the championship in their first year together. Now looking to advance out of the round of 12. Kevin Harvick out in front of the 20 of Matt Kenseth. The white flag goes in the air. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. The gap, 6 car lengths. Kevin Harvick has done it perfectly today. The final restart. He gets the advantage on Matt Kenseth. Kevin Harvick on his way to the round of 12 as he comes out of turn number 4. Harvick will win at the Magic Mile. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Kevin Harvick out in front, less than 1.5 miles away from securing a spot in the round of 8. The gap between Harvick and Edwards, 1.5 seconds, as Edwards working the low line, trying to go by Brian Scott. Coming out of turn number 4. What a run and a race for Kevin Harvick. He will advance to the round of 8. He wins at Kansas.
The white flag waves. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Yeah, when I think of experience and knowledge here at Daytona, I think of Kurt Busch. He's been so close so many times.
He pushed his teammate to victory here one time. Is anybody going to push him today?
Look at the 21 coming on the inside to give him a big push. Where'd he come from?
Ryan Blaney from the back with Logano. Blaney
42's out of gas. 42's out of gas.
Who else is going to run out fuel?
21 is, I'm not so sure. Well, I think he's okay. He's still going.
Now, if the 47 can get up behind the 21, give him a push, he might get there, but I don't know. I think this might be Kurt Busch's day.
Looks like he's going to come home a winner.
Kurt Busch has been the bridesmaid in the Daytona 500. Here they come off turn 4 for the final time. From Las Vegas, the 2004 champion of the series, Kurt Busch, for Gene Haas and Tony Stewart, wins the Daytona 500.
Wow. First time he's won the 500. What about that?